If this video found you, I want you to breathe. I want you to take a moment, listen to your intuition, and decide if this video feels like it's for you. And if it does, listen to yourself, listen to this guidance, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Right now, as I'm filming this, it's the Gemini new moon. But whenever this found you, the message still stays the same. This is just the energy that was coming through as I am recording. And Gemini new moon, I really wanted to tackle this duality that we see with Gemini, but we also just are experiencing in life right now. There's a lot of moving pieces. And I keep seeing this chessboard, and like it can feel very confusing and complex. And I feel for some of you that it's a lot of mind games happening. A lot of this chess energy, so to speak, is mental. And so, whatever you're experiencing in your life right now, remember that your thoughts are so powerful. Your thoughts create your reality. And I know that sometimes that sounds so corny because it's like, there's real stuff happening. Of course, I'm worried. Of course, I'm stressed. Of course, I'm mad. Of course, I'm feeling all these things. And first off, your feelings are valid. But second, it's still true that our mind does create our reality. So, with that, I feel that Spirit is reminding us of our own personal power here. And we're going to start getting into these cards. But remember that the duality of Gemini, it's a beautifully chaotic and fun sign. And a lot of wisdom to be found. But it's not just about like, here's Jekyll, here's Hyde. This is about the balance that we have to find within us all. The balance that we find as we're, how much patience it takes to play chess, to know what move you're going to make next. And then also the lack of control, because we don't know what the person across from us, or in this case, maybe just spirit slash life in general, we don't know what's coming next. And that in itself can throw us off of our game a little bit. It can make us feel very unbalanced. It can make us feel very insecure. So this I feel is more about, and we'll get into it because I know. Oh, I just saw a huge bluebird fly across the window. Thank you, Spirit. Just remember that, like, God, Spirit, universe, your higher self, whatever you call your higher power, it's with you always. It never leaves your side. There is always guidance for you in these moments that feel chaotic, in these moments where you don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe the point isn't to know what's going to happen next. You're just here to play this chessboard of life, so to speak. And you can plan as much as you want, but you also have to leave a little bit of wiggle room for magic. So I want to start over here. I want to start on this side here. Ah, Two of Swords. She's blind. Two of Swords is exactly, and the duality again. Like the huge word here is duality. Word of the day, folks. Duality. Okay, you're gonna hear it a few times in this reading. You already have, but not knowing what's happening next, and not even knowing what you want to happen next. I think that might be the biggest issue for some of us here. We can see all the pathways that the universe could take us down, all of the choices that we could make. None of them feel right, and none of them are going to feel right until you. Ooh, acceptance. Okay, Spirit. Yep, acceptance. Some of us are stubborn here. Some of us are stubborn here. Um, accept that you don't really know what's going to happen next, and that's okay. You're thinking too logically about all of the paths ahead. You're thinking too logically about the situation at hand. And that's swords, right? Swords is our mental, it's our action. And this is feeling like you're not clear. You're not clear in the mental. There's a lot of heart energy here as well, though. Like you're kind of stuck. Yeah, King of Swords. He's content. He knows exactly what he wants. This is from point A to point B, okay? You have to be able to trust yourself a little bit more. This is about intuition. This is about trust. This is about Yes, I don't know exactly how these things are going to happen, and maybe I don't even know what I want to happen. But that's because you're not listening to your heart. You're not in balance with, the human side of self, as I like to say, and then the soul led side of self. Our soul and our humanness don't always want the same things. Our human side is here on this very 3D earthly plane that is heavy, that's full of stress. We have to pay bills. I don't know if we signed up to do this, but our soul, what's in our heart, we know exactly what we came here to do. And sometimes our human experience and the experience that our soul signed up for when we came to earth, don't always align. And they're not aligning because we're not listening to our intuition. So when we look at this Two of Swords, I want you to remember that it's not about having it all figured out. It's more about leaning into peace, into presence, leaning into what your soul already knows. Look at that owl. I was covering him up, but look at him. Wisdom. I'm hearing the serenity prayer like so loud and clear. The wisdom to know the difference. That's really the part that's coming through. God grant me the serenity. And whatever that prayer means to you, take it and run with it. Um, you know, but again, it's just that overall feeling of like, I need the wisdom to know the difference between what I can control and what I can't control. And that's where freedom is found. That word authentic, that authenticity, that's that soul self. Just let me be. That's what that card says right there. Just let me be. You're trying too hard. And I hate to put it to you that way, but you're trying a little too hard to make things happen that are not. Ooh, I was seeing like some people aren't meant to stick together. Okay, this is definitely like touching on it's hitting home for some of you in relationships. Some people are not meant to stick together. Some friendships, some business. Ooh, there's some business partnerships. Really watch out for. This is specific for whoever. There's a group of people watching that is specific for, but watch the dotted line. Watch the dotted line. Like, don't just sign anything. Read the fine print is what's coming through. Um, I was hearing the word slippery as well. There are people in life that are not showing up the way that they're supposed to. I was seeing a lot of foxes as well, that fox energy of like not being able to trust. And that can also be making you not be able to trust yourself. Okay. So just listen to your heart, listen to your gut feelings. I feel like I'm getting punched in the gut right now. So a lot of you are experiencing these like really strong gut feelings that you have to listen to. You're having these for a reason. And you're having these specific dreams for a reason as well. Like some of you are having these like night, I don't want to say terrors, but like these dreams, these very specific scenarios that are happening at night in your sleep that like don't really feel like a dream, they feel more like a download. That's spirit trying to come through with that clarity on what to do next. You have to listen to yourself. And that's where you're free, right? That's where we find that freedom. That's where we find that authenticity, is just by listening to your soul, listening to your heart. I always feel like the soul lives inside of the heart space. That's where we feel it the most. It's like right there in the middle of our chest, kind of like that solar plexus chakra as well. So listen to that space. Get out of the head a little bit. Okay. I want to go on the other side, this whole opposite side here, because I was kind of doing this spread of like duality. What are these things that are happening across our lives, and then moving into the middle of how we make them all come together? You got a lot of swords. Oh my gosh. There's that fox energy. Seven of Swords. Every time, I'm telling you, the cards don't lie. The downloads come through, spirit starts talking, and the cards show up. Seven of Swords. This is about untrustworthy energy. I also feel like for some of you, this is in the past. These are cycles that have happened before, and you're trying to make sure they're not going to happen again. And I feel that that's also where this Two of Swords energy is coming from, is like, can I make the right decision? Can I trust myself this time? It's about not having those rose colored glasses on anymore as well. And this right here says it's safe to surrender to the good feelings. You have a lot that you're working on. We're going to get to this card down here, but I really just want to keep touching on the Seven of Swords. This is about you voicing. I hear this. I hear this crow right here. Just like, I'm not going to do the noise because that would be so dramatic, but I hear this crow like squawking, I guess is the word. It's almost like this alarm sounding. And so that is your intuition yelling at you when things are not right. But what we really need to learn here is what am I blocking myself from as far as like, this lover card? What am I blocking myself from feeling? Are there good things? Are there trustworthy things, people, energies in my life that I'm blocking myself from? Or is this really the alarm going off? And so for everyone, that's going to look different, right? But this is just kind of a small, quick sign. I actually hear birds like yelling outside of the window. That is wild. This is just that small, quick sign of like, listen to yourself, listen to your heart. And also remember that the truth, whatever is done in the dark, will always come to the light. That's that card right there. That's that visual right there. So just know that, like, if anything is going on that's crazy behind your back, your ancestors, your angels are already on it. Like, you have an army. I was hearing literally an army of warriors behind you that are protecting you. And that's also why some of the things that you're trying to do and like some of the people that you're trying to be around, some of the even like a job situation that you're trying to get into, it's not it's not working out the way that you planned because spirit themselves, like God himself, his self, whatever, is like coming down in front of it. Like, you are not meant for that, baby. You are meant for so much more. Okay, that's that star card right here too, that beautiful dream that's in your heart. Again, like, that heart space is so important, that intuition is so important, knowing that there is so much more out there. I feel like that, just the feeling of like wanting to cry right now, it's such a comforting feeling as well, that's coming through with this. But just knowing that like there's so much more out there for you than you're allowing yourself to see. And so instead of being blind because of everything that you've been through, you have to allow your heart to open so that you know what you want, so that you know what's coming next, because you're creating the reality. Again, remember in the beginning, we were talking about our mental creates our reality. Start manifesting all those things that you want. And don't get upset with spirit when certain people or things in your life are stripped from you, because they're not meant to come with you as you work your way up this mountain. So it's safe to surrender to the good feelings that you can trust. But remember that, like, you have this army of angels behind you that are taking things out left and right, and you kind of just have to ride the roller coaster for right now. I'm going to show you these. I just want to go ahead and flip them. Okay. Don't we love it when the cards just show up and show out? Wow, okay. Let me organize myself here. Four of Swords. I was just hearing like you're sleeping on yourself. You're sleeping on yourself. You're sleeping on those dreams. But also, you're creating safety. You're creating that nest. It's okay to put your swords down. It's okay to just allow yourself to rest. I also heard it's okay to allow yourself to grieve. So grieving relationships, jobs, chapters closing, maybe even people, animals, whatever it is. But allowing yourself to grieve. Also allowing yourself to grieve a life that you thought that you were going to have. These are all very like different and specific things coming through, but whatever resonates, take it, because there are multiple different people watching this with different lives, right? But your journey is unique, but it also isn't unique because there are so many people that are experiencing the same thing as you right now. And so finding comfort in those spaces and with those people that you love and with those people that have been through similar things, like, just knowing that you always come out on the other side. I was also hearing that like you're very resilient. Whoever's watching this right now, one thing you all have in common is you are very freaking resilient. okay? Nine of Wands, you never lose your spark. Somehow you keep going. Somehow you never get lost in the dark because you are the light, right? And so you're strong and you keep that chin up and you keep that warrior spirit within you because you know that there is always going to be something better on the other side. You've been through stuff like this before. I don't even know why we're worried. Why are you stressed out? You've been through things like this before. Things that you never thought that you would get through, that you would never find the clarity in. You've been through them. And so all these sweet and soft things are going to find you now. I was like, yeah, that inner child down there. I was about to touch on that. I was hearing dancing in the rain. I was seeing like someone dancing in the rain. And that could be a metaphor, or you might literally be dancing in the rain recently. But just remembering that like there is so much beauty in the path. And even I feel like that's that meaning that's in the middle, right? So we're kind of looking at this duality of these different things that are happening in life with this Gemini new moon. Like we're stepping into this portal of a new beginning. The Fool right here, a brand new beginning. If you know anything about tarot, the Fool is the very first card in a deck. It is the journey of tarot. And you're about to enter this brand new beginning. You're like literally falling through this portal. I was hearing that song Unwritten. No one else can feel. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing it for you, but only you can let it. Yeah, it's just a beautiful song because like the future is still unwritten, right? So that's that Fool energy. And you're also done repeating cycles as well. You're done. You're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. King of Cups. We have that King of Swords up here, and we have that King of Cups as well. So knowing that you are aligned with your actions, which is King of Swords, your mental clarity. King of Cups is that balance with the emotional. So you're in perfect duality and alignment with the King of Cups and the King of Swords energy, which is just pretty much standing on business in your heart and in your brain. Okay. And that's exactly the energy that we need in order to move into this next chapter, to fall through this portal with grace. I feel like this new moon energy, and again, whenever you're watching this is when it's meant to find you, but just the energy of a new beginning is happening here. So just remember to find your balance, find your harmony, find your peace. I just really love seeing these two together, the Fool and the Star. Everything that you've been working for is I heard like about to fall in your lap almost, like that's the way it feels, like I can't even believe I'm saying that is kind of the feeling. But things are literally about to start falling in your lap, and it's because you're allowing yourself to speak up. You're allowing yourself to, you know, be alerted. You know better now. You know you're not going to move through these cycles anymore. Spirit is literally removing things from your path that are not meant for you anymore. um and that's hard. And it's hard to allow yourself to just let go, but it's worth it. This journey that you have been on is about to really fire up, and it's all because you are allowing yourself to surrender to the process. So again, the word duality, the light, the shadow, the hard parts and the beautiful parts of this journey, just know that everything is for a reason, and all of these beautiful dreams are about to find you. So keep your head up, keep your hopes up, and just allow yourself to listen to your intuition above all. Sending you so much love. You can find me here. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me at the Gypsy Blues on everything. And you can book me for readings as well if you want to dive more into this energy. But I'm sending you love on whatever journey you're on right now. And just know that you are not alone. And there's just an army of angels behind you, literally. Like, I can't say it enough. You are so protected and so guided, and everything's going to be okay. Bye.